All right, welcome. Today I've got my very, very dear friend of like 15 years, who's also one of my favorite lending partners, Amanda Mulqueen.
Hi. Thanks for having me, Jess.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here. And you are with which lending group?
Ascend Lending.
Awesome.
The best brokerage in South Carolina.
Right. And when you say brokerage, what does that mean for everyone who doesn't understand what a brokerage is?
That means that I'm set up with 30 plus lenders. So I can shop around to find the best program, the best pricing, whatever my clients are trying to achieve. I've got a lender out there that's got a program for them.
That's amazing. Yes, you're not just one-stop shop. Plus, you're probably not one-stop shop for rates, like if you were to go to your bank.
Exactly. Like
Awesome.
every time I price a loan, 20 different lenders pop up. So
Rock
I have
on.
options.
Hey guys, interest rates right now are not the sexiest that they've ever been. So please make sure that you talk to a mortgage broker like my girl Amanda. So something I thought about last week is I heard the statistics that more people in the United States right now have more equity in their homes than they ever have.
Yes, exactly.
And so they're sitting on cash. They may not want to sell their home and move somewhere else, but I thought there is a way that they could cash in on that.
Right. They should be using it rather than just letting it sit there. So, in my opinion, one of the best uses for the equity in your home is to buy an investment property. You know, if you have children, if you have young children, buy an investment property, rent it out. When they graduate from high school, you can either sell it, pay for college expenses, or you can roll it into another investment property using a 1031 exchange. So that way you take the proceeds from that sale, roll it into another investment property, say in a college town where they're going to school. That way you don't have to pay rent, and you can also collect rent from their roommates and keep that initial investment just working for you through the years.
Absolutely. Plus, the number one way to build wealth is to buy real estate.
Absolutely. And two, like if you have adult children who are looking to purchase a home, you can pull that equity out and gift them funds for their down payment or their closing costs. And that way it helps them with their first primary residence.
Yep.
And helps them begin building wealth through real estate.
Exactly. So let's say, someone sees this and they're like, Jess, I've been in this home for 5 or 6 years. I think I possibly do have a, fat chunk of equity. They're probably wondering, what do I do first? I would say, hit me up first. I'll go ahead and pull some quick comps based on what you currently owe on your mortgage, and let's see, rough estimate how much equity you have in your house. And if it's at least, I would say 40%,
Yeah.
Just because that really helps them out with not paying PMI.
Right.
At least 40%, then we will celebrate, and I will send you right to Amanda, and then what do they need? Like, what does that process look like for you on your end as far as pulling out the equity?
Well, we could look at either doing a refinance. It really depends on when did they purchase or refinance. If it was in the 4 or 5 years ago, if they have a really low interest rate, a refinance may not make the most sense. But there are other options like a home equity line of credit, which is kind of like a credit card. You make payments on what you use, or there's also a home equity loan. And that's going to be a lump sum with a fixed rate, set payments until the loan is paid in full.
Okay, so they connect with you. You go over certain loan programs, like you mentioned. It might be a home equity loan. It might be a refi, depending on, what's going on in their world. And then you'll basically bounce it back to me with like, hey, for this next investment property, they are pre-approved or they want to spend X amount of dollars. Then, hey, we start looking at homes. And Amanda sends me that pre-approval letter, and we're rocking and rolling.
Absolutely. Yep, simple as that.
Yay! So if you guys think you're sitting on fat cash of equity, and maybe you just don't really want to leave your house because you love it, maybe because you worked with me or Lindsay and, we helped you find the perfect house. But you're sitting on cash, like, let's do something with it. Okay, let's help you build wealth. Hit me up. I'll connect you with Amanda, and let's see what we can do.